right, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you doing this wonderful Monday morning? I'm so glad to be in front of you this morning. I'm grateful for life. I'm grateful for my family, and I'm grateful for you. Welcome to Family Morning Transformation with yours truly, DMP Speaks. Listen, if this is your first time, please let me introduce myself properly. My name is David M. Pinkston, but I go by the name of DMP Speaks. I am a speaker. I am a, um, I'm sorry, these allergies are starting to act up. Excuse me, everyone. So I'm a speaker, I'm a Christian counselor, and a family restoration specialist. And I do these every Monday through Friday at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and on Saturday at 8:30 a.m. So as you come on, please let me know where you are coming from. Excuse me, everyone. Forgive me. I tell you, these allergies start in the morning. They start early, and they are fierce. Okay. But anyways, we're going to move on. We're going to push through, and hopefully, what I have for you will be a help to you. I need you guys to share this live. Share this live. Share this information with your family, with your friends, with your coworkers, somebody that you believe will be able to benefit from this information this morning. What I want to talk about today is very touchy, it's very sensitive, but I believe that this is what needs to be talked about. And this is what I believe, this is what you need to hear. The topic that I'm going to talk about, love that will make you hurt. I'll say it again, love that will make you hurt. And guys, do me a favor, please share this with someone as we go in. If you have questions, if you have comments, I will stop in this live to answer any questions that you have, any comments that you have, because I want to make sure that this information is helping you and not making you take a step back. Well, what I want to talk about quickly is, and this is just being honest. I told you my transformation lives in the morning are live, but they're real and they're honest. It's not about this my opinion. This is what's going on. This is what I believe. This is what I see. This is what I discern. Is that children that you love will hurt you multiple times. And I'm going to take my time this morning, if that's okay with you. And share this in, excuse me. Children that you love, that you adore, that you appreciate will hurt you multiple times. Now, why would they hurt you multiple times? A lot of it could be unintentional. Some can be intentional with their words, their behaviors, their reactions to things, and their decision making and their choices. They can push the limits, and they can push you past your limits. They can get you to the place that you don't know if you're coming or going. You don't know if you're going to the left or to the right. And why am I giving you this description, this information? Why am I talking about this? Because a lot of parents, you love your child. You would do anything for your child. But with that, doing anything for your child, they will hurt you. They will disappoint you. They will make you angry. They will pee you off. You be wanting to put hands on them because the love that you have can hurt. It hurts because of disappointment. It hurts because you don't want to see your child in this way. You don't want to see your child dealing with this behavior, dealing with the law, not doing well in school, arguing and fussing and cussing and yelling and screaming and isolating themselves. Don't want to be around anyone. Doing things that are just not what you have taught them over the years. A love that can break your heart but force you to do for them constantly. You wouldn't imagine how many parents, guardians, grandmothers, so on and so forth, have had to, boy oh boy, had to go broke because of the love that they have for their child, had to go broke, and it hurt. But the pain of a mother, a pain of a father, a pain of a grandmother for their child or grandchild is deep. It's deep. And again, only mothers, a lot of times, not saying fathers don't understand, but mothers, that child that they birth, but they're acting a certain way. They're treating them a certain way, talking to them a certain way. It can hurt bad. And you're saying, I love my child, but that child is taking so much energy from me. It's taking so much time from me. It's taking so much energy from me. It's taking so much life from me. But again, because the love that you have for your child, that child will not only disappoint you, but they'll hurt you. They will hurt your feelings, they'll hurt your emotions. I said all that to say I'm shining a light to an area that is dark. I'm shining a light on an area that people don't like to talk about. I'm shining a light on an area that is painful to talk about. Because let's be honest this morning, on this wonderful Monday morning. Your child right now, you love them, but sometimes you don't like them. You love them, and I know that's hard to talk about, but you love your child, but you don't like them. That's going to be another topic for another day. But you hate what they do. You hate how the choices that they're making, the indecisiveness, excuse me, that they come up with, it's not helping them. The choices that they're making, it's not helping them. And your dedication to them, you want to stop. But because of the love that you have for them, you keep giving. And you give so much that you feel emotionally, mentally, physically, and spiritually depleted because you have given so much, but they haven't given nothing back. There's no reciprocation. And that can hurt a parent. That can hurt a person that love a parent, that a guardian that loves their child and wants to see them succeed. But what needs to be done, what the changes that need to be done, your child and you need to have a tough talk. You need to sit down with that child and say, listen, I love you. I'll do anything for you. But this right here, I draw the line. Because you are making me physically sick on the choices that you're making. I can't even, some of you parents haven't had a great night's sleep in months. You're sleeping, but you're not resting. You're getting some shut eye, but you're not resting. A lot of you are not resting because you are worried about your child, trying to figure out where they are. Then they come in the house, then they leave right out. Some of you are suffering mentally because you don't feel no rest because your heart is walking around. Let me explain that. Your child is your heart. So your heart is walking around doing God knows what. And you're struggling in that area. This is the kind of love that is just make you feel, what else can I do? I don't know what else to do because this, excuse me, this pain is deep. This pain is deep. But you got to come to a decision, parents. You got to come to the decision that you're going to have to hurt. And your child is going to have to change. I know you don't want to make the call. You don't want to call the counselor. You don't want to call the psychiatrist. You don't want to call the authorities. You don't want to call that organization. But to save your child, to also save yourself, you got to do some things that's going to hurt. That might still keep you up at night, but knowing that your child is safe, knowing that your child is getting the help, knowing that your child is getting fed knowledge and understanding, knowing that your child is starting to make better decisions in a different capacity, putting them and setting them up for success, even if they feel they don't want it. Sometimes you got to make the tough decisions that's only going to benefit your child at the end of the day. Aren't you tired of seeing your child the way he or she is or they are? Aren't you tired of having to be up at night not knowing what kind of call you're going to get? Aren't you tired of that? Aren't you exhausted? Aren't you frustrated in that area? Don't you want to do something about it? I know that you do. I know that hurt, that love that you have for your child, it hurts you every day, but you don't have to continue to hurt. You don't have to continue to deal with the feelings and emotions that you're dealing with. One of the biggest steps that you got to take right now, like I said, I have to call someone. You might have to email somebody for that help. One of the biggest things that I'm telling you, a lot of families will not go to counseling. They won't go to a family coach like mine because they don't want to talk about what's hurting them. They don't want to hurt their child, but they don't know that they're already hurting their child because they won't call. They're already hurting their child because they don't get the help that they need. Because if you don't fix what's wrong, it's going to get worse. I'll say it again. If you don't fix what's wrong with your child, whatever they're struggling with, it's only going to get worse. So that when it gets worse, things in your life get worse, and they don't have to be like that. Those situations don't have to come to this place. Before it gets to that place, why don't you get your child the help that you need? Why don't you get your family the help that they need? If you are deciding on this wonderful Monday morning, the 17th of July of 2023, you're saying, DMP Speaks, I'm tired of my child suffering, and I'm tired of suffering. I want to do something about this. If that's you, and if you are committed to your child, to your grandchild, to your family, for real change, just sustainable, sustainable change, I want you to go to my bio on all my social media platforms, and I want you to click on the link, and I want you to sign up today. I want you to get this discovery call, this consultation call just for you, because I want to help take that pain. And it's going to take some time, but I want to start the process to take that pain. I want to help your child or your grandchild or your children be better than they've ever been, to see your family change, to see your family inspired, motivated, and transformed, because I believe every family deserves transformation and reconciliation. That's what I believe. Forgiveness, hope, reconciliation. Forgiveness, hope, and reconciliation. And that's what I want for your family. So please click on the link in my bio right now. Don't wait. Don't wait until it's too late. Do something about it. Act now. Guys, thank you so much for your time. I greatly appreciate it. I'm going to give you some information as I get out of here. But before I go, catch me tomorrow at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for another Family Morning Transformation. Inspiration, motivation, and transformation. Peace, y'all.